I'm the writer, as you know. Thank you for coming to our workshop. And the first thing I have to say is a huge thank you to Naomi, our wonderful hostess, who invited us to invite you, and we are really grateful. Our show doesn't have a real title yet, so I'm welcoming you to watch something variously called The Lehar Project, The Baroness, Mona's Secret, or maybe something that you might suggest. Right after the reading, we'll ask for your reactions and criticism on anything and everything. There's a lot of white space in the pages of the handout that you got for taking notes if you feel like it. And if anybody needs a pen, this is the moment to ask for it. So although the performers have worked very hard on this, it has been very brief, okay? So please remember we are very lightly rehearsed. This is not a finished production. They'll have their scripts in their hands. The movements will be somewhat spontaneous. The stage directors who are here strike fear in my heart. But, you know, you can imagine how you're going to stage it, and that would be great. Ellen will be reading a few stage directions, but these are just suggestions here and there that came from the playwright's mind, of projected images, lighting changes, maybe some movement of the actors. When she's reading or when Marta's monologues are explicit about where the scene is set, please feel free to imagine cleverly designed projections or set pieces. So, we are in a theater. On stage is a grand piano with a small super title screen suspended above it, so for song translation. Downstage left, there's a stack of papers and files on a stand. Upstage, a couch and chair in front of a living room window, framing the projected image of a conventionally picturesque American town. Trees, houses, a church steeple, part of a garden. It lights up. The woman is discovered, looking at this projected image.
Once upon a time, in a small Ohio town, there was a young woman who gave singing lessons. Her name was Hannah. That's not the most interesting part of my story, but it's well documented, so I'm starting there. I personally possess her birth certificate, driver's license, social security card, everything, which makes sense, because at one time, she was me. I'm Hannah. So this one part of the story I'm pretty sure of. But our family believed we were descended from the Viennese operetta composer Franz Lehar. This was completely undocumented, but we knew. Lehar's picture was on the piano.
The projection reveals Lehar's portrait life-size. Hannah examines it.
He was attractive in an Aryan, Austrian, testosterone way. He wrote an operetta called The Merry Widow, which made him rich and famous overnight in 1906. Supposedly, every sexually active woman in Vienna wanted to meet him. I could never really see it. He always looked too soft to me, as if he wouldn't have wanted to get his manicured hands dirty. Anyway, one warm sunny morning, August 23rd, 1906, according to my research, a beautiful Hungarian soprano came to Lehar for a private audition. She was an aristocrat, a baroness. They still had that in 1906. She showed him some photographs of herself in costume as Salome.
The projection shows a young woman in a semi-nude Art Nouveau Salome costume.
The Dance of the Seven Veils. That picture is authentic. I own it. That's the one she showed him. Lehar auditioned her for 36 hours. He saw no one else, just sent out for schnitzel and cake and champagne. Household records of this have survived from the servants. If you believe the lady's diary, he asked her to repeat one number 3 times, trying out different poses. Haltung is the word she uses in her diary. Positions. Ich bin eine anständige Frau und mit die Ehe genau. Ich will den Eierwitsch und gar keine Respekt bewacht, wer das nicht kennt, sich leicht verbrennt, ihm vor dem Feuer nicht That was my great-grandmother, Ilona. She was indeed a respectable wife. When she gave birth to a son the following spring, back on her estate in Hungary, he was officially the firstborn child of Baron Simigas of Szeged, Ilona's husband, who was thrilled. A son. As far as I could determine, Franz Lehard knew nothing about this. Lehard did keep track of the women he had in a small leather book. I've seen it. It's in a museum in a glass case.
A snapshot of a little book in a museum case appears on the supertitle screen.
Ilona, Baroness Simigas of Szeged, appears in his list of seductions from August 1906. Next to her name, there's a small star.
During the next song, stars gradually appear on the upstage projection screen, so by the end, it is a glittering night sky.
From the age of 4, my sisters and I took piano, flute, choir, music theory, barbershop, handbells. I almost always have music playing in the back of my mind. For a long time, I thought everyone was like that. When I learned otherwise, I was about 12, I attributed my obsessiveness to Lehar, genetics. Ilona's son, my Hungarian grandfather, lived with us. One day, I asked him what Lehar was like. I never met him, he said. I was stunned. Your father? But Hannah, I thought the Baron was my father. Only long after, when I was nearly grown up and in America, only then Mother told me that my musical talent came from my real father, Lehar. I was quite surprised. But your father, I said. The Baron was a good father, he said, and he picked up his trumpet and played one of his favorite tunes. Later, in 1992, my grandfather died. Among his things, I found a cardboard file sealed with a big blob of red wax. So I don't think grandfather had ever opened it. I did. I broke the seal. Inside was Ilona's diary, and in it, the story of her audition with Franz Lehar. I was outraged. I was 28 at the time. I was a voice teacher, but I was a working singer too. I did auditions, lots of them.